is going to connect the dots.
It's gonna be color. It's gonna be color by numbers.
Yes.
The font is gonna be 32.
It's gonna be amazing.
I see Scott.
It's gonna be called "How They Stole the Election."
And welcome to another episode of Between Sisters. I am Chaya, your host, and I am here with my sisters, my chicks, my road dogs, my Saint-Tropez homies. And first we got Shana Dawn.
The hoes though.
We got Keisha Keish. Next up we got Evie. And then we got Cho. Lovey. She got her braids. She don't know how to act today. She got braids.
No pixie, new do.
She got a new do. She ready for Saint-Tropez.
Got a new attitude.
New attitude.
You know I don't do braids for vacation. I'm a girl who get their hair wet in the water, please.
I already know where you going. I already know.
This is a family show.
Is it really a family show? I think it's for the grown family members. Yeah. First up, clearly we thought that we were over talking about this. We were going back to girl stuff, girl chat that we usually would have. But because of the fact that Diapers On got upset, because he still is trying with all of his might after Attorney General Barr, Rudy Giuliani and his snot wiping face, handkerchief having nasty ass, and all his drunkard,
The hair dye.
drooling. The guy is drooling down the side of his.
He passed gas or something. Like it sound like on the tape. It sound like he passed gas when he was talking.
This is who.
Sorry.
Y'all's president got representing y'all in court for unfounded election fraud.
Every judge that they have presented to.
General. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Every judge that they have presented their case to has said there is no evidence. So now he has Ted Cruz, who wrote this thing to ask the Supreme Court to overturn the election. Like, what is wrong with these people?
But the fact that I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say these are the same people who in 2016 said they would never let him take over the party of Lincoln. So what happened?
Yeah.
According to Chris Cuomo, they're Republicans.
Oh yeah, Republican. What happened? I just don't get it.
They have the audacity to even go that route.
Little Marco Rubio. You remember Trump named him Little Marco?
Mm-hmm.
And now he is a...
Ted Cruz's wife is ugly.
Marco Rubio said that he was not going to allow Donald Trump to destroy the Republican Party.
What does he have? Like, what changed? That they are so, like, it's like a cult, like, worship thing. I just don't understand it.
I feel like they got a shrine in like their closet.
Yeah. Let me tell y'all, the other day I was in a patient's house. I'm not going to tell you her ethnicity. I'm sorry, but she was quoting scriptures to me, all kind of stuff.
You was in Paula White House.
I sure was. I sure was. And then she told me she was a Trump supporter. I was like, okay. You know, of course, me being a professional, I couldn't go and tell her what I felt. But she done quoted like 10 scriptures and then gonna put Trump in her mouth like he was some God. Now she feel like God sent Trump. I don't know what Kool-Aid they drinking, but this is it.
It wasn't a part of the wine that Jesus had turned from water. It wasn't that Kool-Aid. I don't know what they drink.
But Trump really feel like he won.
But he didn't.
No, he doesn't. He does not.
Graphs, and he was like, well, here.
He could. You know, he couldn't understand what the graph said.
Was a piece of paper that said supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. It didn't say nothing about nothing that had to do with election numbers being fraudulent. If you look here,
that was something his grandson did in school.
What I thought was real funny was when he was saying that night of the election, people were calling him up, congratulating him.
And then all of a sudden, these dumps came in. And then all of a sudden, the numbers were different. You mean the precincts were closed and all of the poll numbers started to come in?
How do you not get that?
You cannot just say, and this is the problem that I have with the Trumplicans, is that you can't just say, oh, we won, and it be so. I know that the Bible does say that to speak it into existence. This is not one of them times, boo-boo.
Claim it. Don't talk negative, claim it.
This does not apply. 2 or 3 that was gathered together said, we don't want Trump. And they voted him out. So why would it be so hard for y'all to believe that a person that downplayed an epidemic, a pandemic, that is now killing way more people per day than it was when it first started, why wouldn't you think that the majority of Americans wouldn't want that person in office? Why wouldn't you think that people that can't go to work because their kids are home and they have to homeschool them would want to vote him back in office? Why would you think that people that lost their jobs because of the pandemic would want him back in office?
Boom.
Because he gave them a stimulus check.
One time.
That's $1,200.
Listen, Wycliffe. Stimulus and stupid baloney fingers McConnell is still where they at with the second stimulus.
Well, remember, Steve Mnuchin didn't feel that anyone should get more money because it would force people to become lazy and not go out to look for jobs.
Everything is closed.
If they gave out more money, then people wouldn't go look for jobs. They wouldn't go look for work.
What's that $1,200 going to do?
Looks like he picks his boogers. That's number one. Number two, these are people that you like. These people don't know what it's like to scrap in there and suffer. They don't know nothing about good times.
Yeah. They don't know about any temporary layoffs.
Exactly.
Because remember, the Republican Party is the party of we don't want handouts, right?
Right.
We don't believe in handouts. So if you don't believe in handouts, then what Steve Mnuchin is saying is correct, because if you give people stimulus money, they're not going to go look for work.
Stop.
That $1,200.
It's
That-
temporary. It's
That $1,200 ain't doing nobody. That's somebody's rent.
So Steve Mnuchin, you know, he was not in favor of having another stimulus to go out there. Mitch McConnell is actually being Mitch McConnell
As usual.
with regards to not accepting, you know, a new stimulus plan. It's just Mitch McConnell being Mitch McConnell, which I don't understand how his state could vote for him, being such a poor state. How do you all insist on keeping this man in office to continue to do what he's doing?
Well, I don't mean to throw shade,
Yeah. As you throw shade.
but getting a little dark. Let me turn.
Oh.
Okay. So Kentucky is the second most dependent state on the federal government.
Yes.
The second most in the US, okay? Some people call McConnell state, what's the word that they use? Moochers. They call Kentucky the moocher states. Because Kentucky, for the 4 federal fiscal years that ended in September 30th of 2018, Kentucky got $148 billion from the federal government. And that's more than basically any other state in this country. I'm sorry.
So Kentucky receives what New York makes.
Yes.
Basically. So
because New York and New Jersey give more than they get back from the federal.
That's right. Way more than they get back.
So,
Which was one of the biggest arguments that the governors of New York and New Jersey had during this entire pandemic time when Mitch McConnell said that they would have to, you know, go bankrupt. Why would the states who generate money for your state have to go bankrupt?
Exactly.
Yeah. Your state should go bankrupt because your state is not a money generating state
at all.
Well, while we go to generating money, you know, and the states that do generate money, my biggest issue with this is that you should not be holding the entire country hostage with your shenanigans when your state is one of the poorest states in the country. The Senate majority, the Senate minority, the House majority, the House minority should all come from states that give more than they get.
Mm-hmm.
Can you repeat that?
The House majority and minority, the Senate majority, the Senate minority, they should all have people that come from states that give more than they get.
Mm-hmm.
Mitch McConnell been holding this country hostage for how long? And he don't get his state poor. You broke.
I know what you gotta put
nothing. His state does nothing for the economy of this country. His state does nothing. Nothing.
But you hold
this
it.
Is the man. This is the man. But then, you know, so then that flips it. That must be the reason why his state does believe in him, because he makes sure that they get the aid that they need.
Well, he can make sure that as just a regular senator. He don't need to be no majority and having bills.
He really doesn't.
That
he doesn't
passed, and he just like, oh, we're not doing anything.
So we need people in Georgia to not listen to this, to crazy Sydney say, don't vote, don't vote.
All right, y'all stay home.
Yeah,
let them
stay home. Stay home, Republicans.
Stay home. The rest of you guys, I need you all to get out there and vote, because I need y'all to understand why the Senate race is so important. And like, we need to understand the magnitude of what's going on here. And if you don't pay attention to the little things that they're saying and doing, trying to get, you know, you to not do what you need to do.
Right.
It's because it benefits them. and
Yep.
not we the people. And remember,
Yep.
we vote them to work for who?
Us.
So who's their boss? How do they get paid? How do they get paid?
Us.
Okay. So I need y'all people, I need everyone to understand that you have to make sure that your employees do the right thing, because if your employee isn't a good employee, there's no need to put them on a performance improvement plan. You can just eliminate their position.
Yeah.
You kick him to the curb. So speaking of people that need to go, Trump is still talking about, and the people around him is talking about him pardoning himself and his adult children's and his son-in-law.
Why would you need to pardon? Why would they need pardon?
Well, he said in a press conference, I mean, not that they did anything wrong, but you know, I have the power to pardon them. So, I mean, I would.
Oh, right, because the Democrats are going to find things to pin against them, because that's
things that are not there,
do.
Like the fact he won the election.
But okay, so he can't pardon himself. That's first. He can't. That's just not the.
Some people are saying that
the way the laws is.
Some legal minds are saying that he can't.
Set up. They're saying that he would have to resign, let Pence become president, and then he could then Pence would pardon him.
I heard that too.
There's the argument about if he has the power to actually do it, because it's never been done. The fact that all of these things with Trump are first. So it's just like now
Where are my constitutional law people when I need them?
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like now the constitutional law people are trying to see if it's possible.
I got my constitution here.
But then even if he pardons his family and himself and they all get pardoned, that's only for federal crimes.
Nothing at the state level. The state can still do something to him.
So Tish can still bring up charges.
Listen, I need Cuomo to get her armed guards. I need her to be protected.
Have to get them,
because these motherfuckers have to get out here.
They are.
They crazy out here.
They plotted to kidnap the governor of Michigan, where they had a full-on plot to kidnap the governor of Michigan. Where did they do that at?
Yeah.
So, I mean, the fact that...
This is America.
Okay. The fact that so many folks now need, like, armed guards and protection.
Because of Trump.
But that's just like, now, Trump isn't a lover of Kemp now.
Of Kemp anymore, right.
So now we're
and William Barr.
Well, yeah, we're sending people to Kemp's home, and now we want Kemp to resign. So when y'all fix the election to take it from Stacey Abrams to make sure Kemp got it, but now y'all want him to resign because he's not agreeing with Trump. Oh, wait, Bill Barr, who 2 weeks ago said that there was fraud in the election, is now saying
that there's no substantial claims that would change the outcome of this election. Ain't that something?
It's like this show has so many, like the storyline, like the writers are crazy. I think the writers in the writers' room are on crack. Okay, because I've never seen a show like this before. Like I thought Dallas and Falcon Crest and Dynasty were doozies, But Trump 2016 through 2020, Lord, what a show this has been.
Oh, it's sure. And it's been very entertaining too.
Mm-hmm.
Never a dull moment.
Everything you learned in political science was like a waste of time. So I'm telling you, I need to have some money sent back to me for paying for classes that I really didn't need to take, because everything that I learned just went out the window from 2016 to 2020.
Nope.
Listen, my dude has changed the entire landscape
of politics.
And because of the fact that we always talk about that Republicans have definitely changed the way we see politics and what are laws and what is just tradition, that means that we have the ability to change how the system is made up.
Definitely.
Anyway.
Definitely.
So
that's what they've been doing. They change the rules on a daily basis.
Exactly.
So let's start changing the rules across the board. Let's set term limits on the Supreme Court. Like, there are so many things that we start changing the rules on, since, you know, as the days change, we could do whatever the hell we want to do.
It's a Wednesday. Let's do it like this. It's a Friday. Let's do it like this.
Listen, the Constitution needs updating.
Yes.
How do you go about having the Constitution updated? Because what may have been applicable then
is not applicable now.
Ain't applicable now. Damn sure ain't applicable now. We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility.
We ain't got tranquility.
Provide for the common defense, promote the tranquility, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity. Do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. Lies. Damn it, lies. I know I did it after this, but because of the fact that it ties in, I just.
Oh, look at Uncle Obama.
When I say he broke down, he shaded the hell out of Mitch McConnell. I got the biggest hoo-hoo-ha-ha, and he did it in his own voice, because, you know, he narrates the audible version himself.
So I can't even imagine how he says it. Smooth.
I gotta say that and go to bed.
Yes, that's what I do. He puts me to sleep. Oh my God, but he shaded.
It's so funny because you said you were listening to Barack and you fell asleep.
Yes. I was like, I was listening. Next thing I know, I was a little Rudy Giuliani coming over.
You hear that trickling down your cheeks.
I was a little Rudy, and I was like, wait a minute. Oh, wait, it's an hour later. Uncle Barry done rock me to sleep.
He is calming.
Yes.
Like, he does have a calming presence.
But he breaks down how the Republicans did the gerrymandering and how they've gotten the states and rigged the states to basically in the districts so that they would not have that much of an opposition when it came to elections, and how with the filibustering. I mean, he breaks it all down. And I'm just like, he does. And he really gives you a bird's eye view of everything that he went through. Yeah. And I didn't even finish the joint. I'm just in the first year. And I'm in chapter 14.
You still got 7 more years to go.
So I should start reading the 2 books that I'm reading now.
No, because how many chapters? I don't even.
You on chapter 8, you said.
I'm on 14 now. That's how, listen, this joint is juicy.
You got 8 years to talk about.
Juicy. I gotta read it. I gotta get it.
But I only have this so I can have my keepsake. I listen to it on my phone because I like his voice. He's very baritone Barry, you know. But
well, he has been doing his press runs. He's been doing his with everyone.
Yes.
He did an Instagram with, oh my gosh, Eva Chan. I'm like,
Yeah, he did.
Miss Maven, can you try to get him on our show?
we want you here, Uncle Barry.
We would know how to act.
We'll
I
Oh my
wouldn't know
God,
how
I
to
had my
act.
best dress on.
I wouldn't know how to
Sunday
act.
best on.
When you
It's
all,
like this, Uncle Barry. We let
I
you
would
on
know.
I wouldn't
I
know.
would be so emotional. He's Barack
Really?
Obama.
Y'all know
But
I would be so
after.
I would be so. Oh my God. Oh my God.
I'll give me a new wig. Woo, child, I'll be looking cute. Oh,
Mr. President,
I'd be so.
hold on, I need a little water. Cause
Y'all be like, Yvette, get yourself together. I'm like,
so you all are telling me that's the response that you all would have
Yes.
to President Barack Obama.
Yes.
starstruck.
And if you would be able to hold your
I would be
composure.
I
Yeah,
wouldn't.
nope.
Starstruck.
I
But I
would.
would be in awe. Like after we cut, I'd be like, I love you so much. Where's Auntie Shelly? Can you tell her I say hi? Where my cousins? Malia and Sasha?
you know what? You ruining the moment, because they gonna be like, do not send Barack to them crazy women. They gonna tear him to
Right.
pieces.
We was definitely show him love, be very respectful, and we would want him to tell us the truth. You know, that book, I'm telling you, is everything.
I gotta get
That's a
that
part of
book.
my favorite things for tomorrow. I'm doing the favorite things on the book, but I'm in between that and Cass, Cho.
Well, okay, because I'm saying
having a Cass.
you would have to add cast to that list. You would have to, and I don't know why. I don't know why the rest of you all haven't told me what chapters you're up to on cast, or you finished. What's going on, people?
What's cast?
me too.
Isabel Wilkerson,
Book
put it
that
on
she
your.
mentions every other day.
Oh, okay. You gotta send
I'll
it
be
in a
honest
text.
with you. Yeah,
You
because
gotta
you
send
guys,
it in a text.
you know I read. You know I read
Oh, yeah.
everything. I read. I read so many. I'm a diverse reader, but I can honestly say, out of all of the books that I've read this year, that has to be my number one.
I got you.
Don't read this if you want to stay. If you want
No,
to stay,
yeah, we
can't.
had a discussion about medical apartheid, but yeah, I implore everyone to read Cass. It's a very, 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 very good book. Very good book.
it's a good book.
And you'll catch yourself like highlighting things to go back to, so that to refer it and reread the chapters to make sure that you soaked in everything.
Right.
I tell you,
Yeah,
even the piece on Jane Fonda's father.
Yes, I got to that part. I didn't know.
He didn't speak about it until he was 80 years old. But this is why I bring it up to you. Like, I wonder if that's why his daughter has been such the activist she's been, because what kind of messages did he, give to them growing up over something that he witnessed? Because that was trauma.
Yeah, that's trauma.
That was trauma that he witnessed, and he held that in all of those years. And Jane Fonda has been so active her entire life. She's still active. Very good book. But Isabel is, and even her book before that is a good read.
There's certain books that you're just like, wow. And then there's certain books that you're just like, wow. Like,
right.
Just like, it's not even like, I know that Biden and Harris are going to be starting their tenure as president and vice president-elect, but just knowing the stupidity that Barack had to endure from the senators and the Congress, I'm just like, he had every right to shade what's his face, baloney fingers.
But
was it shade?
That's why Georgia is so important.
But was Barack really shading Mitch McConnell? Because Mitch McConnell,
he said he ain't got no friends. I knew it.
Listen,
he ain't got no friends.
Listen, if someone can publicly say that they will make you a one-time president, anything Barack Obama says about Mitch McConnell is not shade.
You're right. I didn't take it as shade. I took it as you better go ahead, Huckleberry. I had to rewind it again. I was just like, they gonna love this. I was gonna text y'all and be like, he done shaded the hell out of Mitch McConnell, but I didn't. I just kept. But so, did y'all see his interview with the Breakfast Club? And I saw the interview in its entirety. And I thought that he was very gracious, because I thought that there was a few times that Charlamagne was trying to be Charlamagne. Like, you can be Charlamagne, but don't be Charlamagne.
Yeah.
With Uncle Barry.
But no, I think he had to ask, because it's on.
Definitely ask.
He had to ask the whole black thing, because so many black people say that he didn't do for black people as president.
So I'm really glad
and
that
you all know how I feel about
No,
that.
I know, but I'm just saying, a lot of black folks and some activists, and they say he didn't do.
He wasn't the president for the black people. He was the president of the United States of America. He wasn't the president of black folk.
Right.
One of the things that Charlamagne said to him, which kind of was a good point, he was like, how come you didn't say this before? And then he said something to the point where that's why I wrote the book.
Right.
One of the things that Trump has always done from day one, from the time he got sworn in, was told you exactly what he did day by day. And I'm thinking,
and he didn't do anything.
He didn't do anything, exactly.
Trump is a buffoon.
But I think
look at Trump as a buffoon.
But I think if Barack Obama had did that for us as a people, to let us know what he was doing from before, granted, people could have did their own research, but we have admitted that because of Trump, we're more into politics than we ever have been in the past. So with that being said, I think if Barack Obama had president, let me give him his respect, if the president, Barack Obama, had put his resume out there over and over again, it would have been infused in our brains. And I'm not talking about
I don't think so. I think it would still been like, not enough.
He could not have done that. Listen to me, and I'm going to tell you why he could not have done that. Because the same way we say Donald Trump has riled up the white supremacists, he supports white supremacy, constantly letting these people know that they have carte blanche to do what they want and say what they want to us, brown and black folks. Had Barack Obama done any of that, do you know what they would say? That's what we expected that nigga in office to do. Rile up them niggas. He couldn't do that. He was not in a position to do that. He wasn't. Look at what they did to him. Look everything that he tried to do. What did they do? Close the door on it. Nope, you ain't gonna get that passed. Nope, that won't get passed. Nope, that. Had Barack Obama said all of the things that he was doing, what do you think?
He got deep with it, because he even talked about how, and this is what I think that we all need to be aware of as Black people. We need access to media. We need to have our own media. We have to have our own media because of the fact that the Koch brothers, who basically run media and basically line the pockets with hundreds of millions of dollars to Republicans to keep us in check, to keep a specific way of living as the law of the land. This is what their modus operandi is and has always been. And there's three people that are the head of media. Rupert Murdoch is not changing.
Nope.
Unless the Lord himself come to Rupert Murdoch and says, I need you to now see things for what they are and not through your skewed vision and not through what you want people to see as far as the right-wing media. Because we don't have that, the Koch brothers basically said, because there was one Republican that just announced him at a rally in Florida. He lost the next election because they made him an example. If you align yourself with this nigga, basically, we're going to take everything from you. So he lost the election and had to come back, rerun as a Democrat, and he won. But because of the fact that he was just willing to introduce him and he shook his hand, and you know, the handshake and then pat him on the back. Barack says all of this. And excuse me, Uncle Barry. President Uncle Barry says all of this. And he's just like, because he shook his hand and patted him on the back, the Republicans saw that as betrayal. It was like, oh, you got to go. And they voted him out, took the money from him, and was just like, we gonna make an example out of you. And it was let this be a lesson to all you other Republicans that think about reaching across the aisle and doing bipartisan things with this nigga. So even if there was someone, and he said John Boehner, the type of person he is, he would have. But because of the fact that he was so scared of the powers that be, I think that's why he met the Pope and he resigned. He was like, I don't want this.
You don't see or hear.
You don't hear anything from Boehner no more.
He just, 1 minute he was like a thorn, and all of a sudden
he left.
Just vanished.
The
But it's the same thing with
because he want to go to heaven. He wants to go to heaven. That's why.
Want to go to heaven.
The last time I saw him, he was crying for the Pope.
After that, he just disappeared. He resigned, and you ain't seen nothing of him.
You don't see him. Paul Ryan.
He disappeared too.
You don't see them.
And that's the power of the big businesses. That's the power of that money that is pulling the strings of these Senate Republicans and these Senate House members.
If they lose.
But that's why the finances have to be there with us, because of the fact that we ain't got a Koch brothers. Bob Johnson up here talk about this is the devil I know.
This is the devil I know, right? He's going with the devil he know. Bob Johnson is a black what? And he's going with the devil that he knows. That's what he put out there. So it's like when you have people who are in a financial position saying that they're going to support a Donald Trump, your only thing you're worried about is your pocket. And that's it.
That's your bottom line, not your the status of people that look like you.
Right.
You know, not giving hand-ups, not handouts, but hand-ups to people and trying to have all the people that look like you be somewhere near you.
I can't pull myself up by the bootstraps if I don't have boots.
Yep.
Well, I appreciate Mr. Obama, President Obama, for being so candid. And this is only part one. This is only part one. He ain't even finished. I'm just like, whew. I don't know.
Just glad he giving the business.
He is giving the business.
I'm glad.
From foreign relations to just the campaign,
because he don't have anything to prove now. It's like, what? I'm out.
Yep.
What does he have to lose at this point? What?
Exactly. His book sold almost 900,000 copies the first day.
Wow.
So obviously,
he good. He good. He got a little change. He got a little change. I'm sure he got a nice advance. You know, I'm sure he got a nice advance for the book.
And you know,
he got a following.
During his first term, I knew he was going to write a book like that. I know.
Because Because
he had to be very humble both terms.
It wasn't just like he says in the book that on the night of the inauguration ball, they came to him before he didn't tell Michelle that there was a threat of Somali terrorists that were threatening to blow up the inauguration.
Wow.
So they put in measures, and he's just like, he didn't want to tell Michelle because of obvious reasons. So he was just like, they just put measures into place. So before he even took the job, there were threats of all of this. And I'm just like, how is Trump dealing with this?
They're saying that he's had such a raw deal. Donald Trump has had such a raw deal in the last 4 years. You know, he's had so much bad happen to him. He's been treated so badly.
He's the worst.
He's been treated the worst. Yeah.
So we just gonna forget about the ones who were murdered.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't
And the black one?
No. Donald Trump has been
treated worse. Why Trump did it, but he's an idiot because of the way he did it. But with the news crucified Obama too.
Yep. The news gave Obama a very hard time.
You remember the tan suit? They crucified him about the tan suit.
He hasn't even talked about that. He just talked about how it was even the ones that was somewhat liberal were attacking him for stuff. He was like, at least if you're gonna put stuff out, at least get the real story and not the Republican talking points. It was like he couldn't do anything right. He was like, I was damned if I do, damned if I don't. I was just like, this man just. And then you talk about the black people on what? You ain't doing enough for the black. This man, he trying to stop invasions and stop plummeting into a depression. Like, God.
The car industry.
Let's just talk about the economy in 2008.
The car industry.
I think he was the one responsible for making me like Cadillacs again. Like he told GM, he was like, why can't America make a Corolla? He was just like, make something that the people want to buy. Because remember, GM wasn't really that hot back then.
Right.
Yeah, right.
True.
So I didn't get a Cadillac till 2012. So I was already 4 years into a book. So Obama was the one that made me like my first Cadillac.
He probably told him, make it smooth, make it look hot.
Yeah, he was like, make something that the people want to buy.
Put some rims on it or something.
You know? He saved the auto industry. Like he went through all of that. And I'm just like, this brother, like, it's too much. The fact that the book is this thick is
I know.
It should be at least 8 by 12 and at least that much.
Now you know Trump gonna make his book double that, and he gonna put a whole bunch of juicy gossip in there.
Trump's book is gonna be a workbook.
It's gonna be lies.
It's gonna be
he's gonna have a coloring book.
The font is gonna
connect the dots.
It's gonna be color by numbers.
Yes.
The font is gonna be 32.
It's gonna be amazing.
I see Scott.
It's gonna be called How They Stole the Election. It all began.
It's gonna be an orange cover. It's gonna be an orange cover.
Yeah, orange cover. It's gonna have Cheeto flavor.
Yep. Right.
You know, like the scratch and sniff books.
Oh my gosh.
Y'all ain't right. Don't talk about my president like that. Don't talk about my president.
Yeah, that's your president.
Don't miss part 2 of the Between Sisters discussion.